All right, let's do a recap of weathering my track. What I used, Tamiya paint for the majority of it. My main color is XF64 red brown. That's everywhere, okay? And then I came in and highlighted some ties with NATO brown, and eventually I'm going to do some ties on the main line with NATO black XF69. NATO brown is XF68. These are all flat colors. F denotes flat. Then I highlighted some ties with a khaki and AK olive brown. Just a few ties. So that's that. Then my abandoned track. First I laid down this rust colored enamel marker. And then I went over it with Hall Red XF9. And that kind of gives it this, hold on. That gives it this red color sort of over the rust, okay? If you did, so I didn't airbrush this, right? I hand laid it, I hand brushed it, all right? So just overall, let's take a look at the track, see what it looks like. So you can see here, these are highlighted ties, right? This is the khaki, obviously, NATO brown, right? Still khaki, but with the airbrush, it lets you put down a little less color, a little more color. So I think that to me is probably about 85% IPA and 15% color. So my main line is those two tracks. I'm coming down here. I'll pick some ties and do them NATO black, right? And just to simulate newer ties. But everywhere else is just going to stay. I'll do more different shadings. I'll probably come in with some gray or something. Just to give it a little more variation. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. When I ballast, I have some Scenic Express. I think it's number 40, or I think it's number 40 N scale ballast. Prototypical HO, but it is N scale ballast, so it's small ballast, and it's like a gray, and I mixed black into it, or dark gray or something. I had it from my N scale layout, so that's what I'll be ballasting with. I will not be ballasting over the ties. I want to see the ties, just like on a real railroad. You can kind of see here where, you see all the different shades, and I'll be doing more shading with it. The airbrush really lets you do that. You can lay down more color or less color, and it really helps you control. So I noticed I need to shoot from this way because I have some lines, because I didn't shoot that way. So I just got to coat it a little bit one more time, hit it here and there, and probably, for the most part. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. And so when I mixed my paints, this is what I did. And you can see the color sitting at the bottom, right? And the rest is all IPA. And that's just the color down there. Then I just give it a shake and spill it all over the place because I didn't close the cap last time I used it. And yeah, so these little bottles are great. I'll put a link to these bottles in the description of this video. Got them on Amazon. 10 of them are like, I forget how much, but they're nice because the cap stays on, right? You just twist it. Unlike right, you just twist it. It's a dropper too, unlike these where you got to take the cap off, and you know how these work. Right? Droppers too. So with this, you see, I just filled that with color first, right? And then I just filled the rest with IPA. If you want to put more color in it, that's fine too. The way I have it, it's the coats are really thin, right? You're doing really thin coats, so it takes a couple times. But with the IPA, it dries really fast, and you can dry it off with your double action too. So it's all good. But the airbrush really helps you control your paint. No overspray, no smell, number one. Barely any overspray, and this is only out here, like this overspray that you see here is only because I'm hitting these ties, but there's nothing out here, there's nothing out here. It's simple, man, really. Don't be afraid of airbrushing. Get yourself an airbrush, because an airbrush will change this hobby and modeling for you. Everything airbrushed. That I didn't airbrush. I did paint that with a brush. Good paints, Tamiya, Vallejo, AK. You're probably going to have the best results with those if you're starting out. And then you can go to other paints, and once you get better at it and learn, then you should be good if you want to venture into the cracker barrel, the apple barrel paints, cracker barrel paints. Yeah, maybe that's why they're not doing good. But happy with the with how the abandoned track turned out. I made some dirt, and I'll be filling all this with dirt and landscaping this, or scening it. Once I get further on, decide, what's going to be here as far as dirt, or probably some static grass and dirt and stuff, probably remnants of the railroad. Yeah, so I got a long way to go, but the track looks good. Really happy with the track. Been testing it, and yeah, pretty simple. So get yourself an airbrush and weather your track, or get yourself a spray bomb and weather your track, but do something. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're not, so you can follow the progress of the Timber Creek. Be well.